Hello everyone, Metro Detroit golfers, it's Tuesday, and we're here with the Tuesday Tip. I'm Chad, and this is Ben.
I'm present.
What are you doing, man?
Hey man, working on being present, man. Getting my Christmas gifts ready to go.
All right, so the what we're talking about here is, this Tuesday is the gift of being present. And I don't know what the heck you were just doing, but you were working on that?
Yeah, man, working on being present is called meditation, man.
All right. So it's amazing how the gift of being present will help you play better golf. When people come see us at GLA here, what's the thing? What keeps them from this being present thing?
I would say typically it's they're living in the past or the future because they're anticipating an event or they're dwelling on something that's happened to them in the past, and it does not allow them to swing freely. And one thing I know about golfers is the freer you swing, the better you play. And typically what causes you not to swing freely is you're worried about a shot that maybe you hit in the past that you didn't like and there was an emotional attachment to it, or you're anticipating an event that hasn't happened yet.
Wow, that sounds like a lot. So
It's deep.
Yeah, so mostly what you're talking about is people are time traveling.
All the time.
Time travel all the time. And then that keeps them from executing the task at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
That is true.
Okay, so in your golf game, as it's Christmas here, we're talking about gifts and being present, if you will. The easiest thing you can do for next season is start to understand why it's relevant and then some things that you can do to help yourself improve at that skill. So if you wanted to help me or our friends around Metro Detroit get more present, what is the first thing you would have somebody do?
I think there's a lot of different things you can do. So typically this skill is going to be very important when you're walking into the golf ball, standing over it, and while swinging. So some things that have worked for others to make sure that they're staying in that present moment as they're maybe walking into the shot or setting up over it. A couple different ideas that we have is you can actually listen to the sounds outside of your head as you're walking into the shot and standing over it, but there's no story attached to it. So if you just, listen to the wind, you hear the birds, you hear others talking, if you're just staying present to the noises that you're hearing, that's one way to keep yourself in the moment.
I've heard Gary Player say that back in the day when he was competing, he never hit a shot until he could hear the birds. So what you're talking about, he said that. So at any rate, that was a way to quiet down and then become present to what's here and now versus time traveling. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's one way you could do it. What else could you do?
A couple of things. You go back.
Meditate.
You could focus on your breathing as you're walking into the shot and you're standing over it. That's another thing that has worked really, really well for people, especially those who already practice meditation. It's something that's very familiar to them and allows them to stay in that present moment so they don't anticipate the event.
So breathing is probably the surest way
It's the easiest
to get
way.
you. It's the easiest way. So in the Eastern disciplines, martial arts and what have you, they talk about breathing as it's the life force, man, the whole thing. So by focusing on the breath, this is the surest way to get you in the present moment. Yes?
You got it.
All right, cool. You got a third one for us?
Man, some other fun ones, sensing the grip as you're walking up into the shot. So no narrative attached to it. So, you grab in, maybe it's your left hand or your right hand, it doesn't really matter which, but you just stay present to the feeling of the grip as you're walking into the shot or standing over it. Another way to keep yourself in that moment.
You said something a couple of times that I think is important, and that's no narrative attached to it or associated with it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wonder, we've had people like infuse silence into their process, right, to quiet down the narrative.
Yep.
Could you talk about that a little bit? Because I think that's a really, really helpful tool that I've seen work.
Yeah, so a lot of times, we'll go back to the grip thing as an example, right? So you'll have that player actually sense the grip, but then as they're walking into the shot, typically it'll sound like this. Well, why is Chad having me sense the grip? What if it's too tight? What if it's too loose? Oh my gosh, my hands are clammy right now. It must be because I'm nervous. Well, that's a narrative that's attached to sensing the grip. What we're trying to do is you're just trying to sense the grip in your hands. You're just feeling it with internal silence. There cannot be that story that's attached to that, because then at that point we know there's thinking that's involved. The prefrontal cortex is going to be engaged, which is what we've talked about a couple videos ago, and it's going to delay the signal being sent to the muscles. All bets are off.
So when you start with the idea that there's a right way or a perfect way, or the implication that you're doing it the wrong way, kind of creates that narrative. And wondering about the grip, like, is it too light or too firm, or how do I hold it? That's what you're talking about, getting rid of that.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Yep.
Okay, so the gift of being present, as you look into the future for 2022 in your golf game, just start to understand the relevance of this skill and learning to do that so you can help yourself Again, because Amazon's not going to come deliver the perfect golf swing at your door this holiday season. Start with yourself. Start with something basic that we know for sure works.
Yeah, most definitely.
So
another easy one. I know that you really enjoy this one. A lot of us like to listen to music when we play golf.
oh, yeah.
Engage in the music. If you don't have music attached to your cart, go ahead and make your own. But once again, there's no story that's attached to it. You're just hearing the tune going through your head as you're walking in, setting up over it. I think that's another one that's been very, very easy for a lot of people to stay in that present moment.
Yeah, it creates just a presence to the music and the rhythm.
Yep.
Just feeling that rhythm. So not trying to make it happen, just allowing it to happen.
Feel the rhythm.
That's right. That's right. So we would say the art of being present is the gift that keeps on giving. So this holiday season, we hope you take this Tuesday tip and then take a tool, or, one or two of the examples that we tried, and then go see what happens if you implement it into your practice or your play when you get back out on the golf course. So we thank you for joining us this Tuesday. Happy holidays to everybody, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.